Good morning, everybody. Figured I'd pop on a little bit early so you could see Mr. Fritzer. Num, 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 num. He's doing much better, aren't you? Yes, he is. Hi, everybody. For those of you watching on the replay, welcome to Fortunate Creations. I'm Kim. This is Fritzy. And if you like crafting and being creative, stick around. You're going to like it here. This is my boy. So yesterday he had a rough day, as many of you know, because I put him up on Facebook. So he has really bad knees. And I just got to the point where I felt bad watching him limp. So good morning, Dottie. So I felt bad watching him limp. So I took a video of him walking and I took it to the vet with him. And I showed them. So they were like, yeah, we should take some x-rays. And they had to give him anesthesia in order to do, good morning, Debbie, in order to do the x-rays. And I was a mess. So they're like, well, you can leave him. I'm like, no. I don't leave the building when my baby's in here. So he was there, I don't know. I think I was there a total of 2.5 hours, maybe a little bit longer. And he was just groggy all night long. Look at him now. He's fine. Told you, my boy. So he wanted to go to bed. I know I love you too. I love you too. So he wanted to go to bed at like 8 o'clock last night, which I'm just not ready. You know what I mean? Yeah, the poor little guy. Good morning, Ruth. Good morning. Oh my goodness. So yeah, he's doing a lot better this morning. So at about good morning, Lisa. At about, I don't know, 3 o'clock this morning, little Mister here decided, I'm up. And here he goes. He did the zoomies around the bed. Yes, I know I'm talking about you. And it was so nice because I was so worried all day yesterday from the time I got him home. He was laying on the couch. All right, here you go, honey. He was laying on the couch, and then when I walked 2 feet away from him, he would cry. So I'd go back over. So I couldn't do anything all day long. I pretty much laid on the couch with him. I know I'm talking about you still. So yeah, it was a thing. Put it this way, he's so spoiled. He had ham for dinner because I just gave him a few little pieces of ham. So good morning, Aaron. So yeah, it was what it was, but it was a tough day. I got to see the x-rays of his kneecaps, and they're right. I mean, it's supposed to be lined up like a knuckle, and his kneecap was like way over here on one of them. So it was, yeah, my baby. So anyway, I survived through that. He survived through that. So yeah, we've been up on and off since about midnight because he decided I'm not so tired anymore. And then he's like, let's go back to sleep. And then, so at about 3 a.m., I was cleaning my closet. At about 4 a.m., I was washing curtains. So here I am now. So please excuse me ahead of time if I yawn a little bit. So this honestly is my first cup of coffee though. So, so my goodness. All right. Please, everybody, remember, thank you for being here. And if you could give me a thumbs up, that would be awesome. So I looked at my analytics, which after retiring from advertising for 25 years, I never want to say the word analytics anymore, but I looked at the analytics of my page and I literally need about 15 view hours to hit. I don't know if you guys know, those of you that have channels, you know that there's 2 levels, right? The first level, you can do the super chats and you can do all that stuff. You can do members. And then the second level is where you're fully monetized. So I need the 20 or 25 to get to the lower level. And then I need 1,025 to get to the higher level, but we're working on it. So also on the analytics, they're only up to the 15th. Good morning, Gloria. Oh, yeah. Karen, I think you already have. as far as the lower level, because they're only up to the 15th. So they don't, it's not an immediate thing. Now, when I have my subscribers, it's immediate. I know the number right away, and we are up to 1,045. Yay. But as far as the hours, it takes them, they validate the hours. So apparently everything we're doing is legal because, so Ruth, thank you for the 3 TVs I think you said you have me on. I've got an iPad playing 24/7, just rotating my videos. Don't hate the player, hate the game, right? So I think I have enough activity and viewers that I should at least be at the lower level by now, but whatever. So that's happening. Yeah, so speaking of the lower level, so if I get any subscribers, I want, first of all, I love the idea of the creators with a K. So we're going to be the creators for the members. And then I'm thinking each week for membership, I'll do a live craft together video. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning. So what do you guys think? I'll think of other things to do, but I think as one of the perks, we can do an hour of a craft together. So I'll grab one of my books or like this book, and we'll make some of the things in it. I've got so many. I don't know if you can see them. You can't. If I turn this a little bit. Yeah. So if you see all these books over here, these are all crochet books. So I figure I could grab a book, and each week we can do a project from the book live together. I think that'll be fun. So that'll be one of them. If you guys can think of anything else, let me know. Yeah, I think it'll be really cool. So it's not just crochet. We'll do, like, you know, right now I'm playing with the quilling, which is so fun. So I decided, if you guys saw the other day that I got that crafting, that scrapbook thing. So I've decided to turn this into my quilling book. So all of the pictures that I make, I'm going to put in this book. How fun is that? And right now I'm just kind of twirling paper to see the feel of it and how, you know, how it works and how it doesn't work and how to bend it and how to glue it. And so all of that stuff. So I think that'll be fun. Just all different kinds of crafts. Sure, we can crochet. We can do, you know, I have a book of different crochet bags and granny squares and all that stuff. So I think it'll be fun. I think that'll be cool. So yeah, right now, this morning, I just started this. I think I'm going to make him an owl. So I think I'm going to make him an owl. So we'll figure that out. But that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of playing with it and seeing how it all works out. So that's fun. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there, I just got rid of a yawn on that one. So I've decided to rip down all of my curtains and toss them in. Well, maybe I'll make him Lucy's twin. It'll be a portrait of Lucy. Speaking of that, here's a little funny. So while I'm crafting in here, I put on like paranormal stories. There's these guys that they go into all the haunted locations, and it drew me into it. The flea market I'm talking about is at the Washington County Fairgrounds. So I'm getting ready for that. But while I'm crafting and everything, I'm watching, and I started because there's a really haunted hospital up here. And all right, cool. So anyway, my story is because I had Caitlin. I have Caitlin as well as I have, you know, Lucy. So I put Caitlin in the other room getting ready for the flea market. And I've been watching since 3 a.m. I've been watching paranormal hauntings, this and that. I just walked in to the laundry room to switch the laundry, and there was Caitlin, and I screamed. Mr. Fortune's like, what the heck? I was like, oh my God. I just scared myself. Oh, that was funny. So Dottie, yeah, I would love to show you guys quilling. So here's my thought. Each week we'll do a craft or a project. So maybe the week before I'll say, okay, next week we're going to do da, 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 da. And then you can make sure you have some of the components to do it. Like I showed you, it's as simple as getting a bag of, that's what this is made of, is the grass. I know I changed her hat. Isn't she fancy? She's so fancy. I do have to take my poncho off of her because I want to wear it. So, yes, but I did give her a fancy hat. But we can start with, like I said, I don't want to cost you guys a lot of money. So, I mean, you can, without buying anything expensive, go into like Walmart or any of the stores now have all of the Easter stuff on 70% clearance. And you can just, I mean, you don't have to have the tool. You can just wrap the paper. Good morning, Margaret. You can just wrap the paper around. So you don't need a tool. You don't really need to spend any money. So I'm thinking each week I'll say, okay, we're going to work on such and such next week. So thank you, Erin. You know, and you can just learn to twirl the paper because that's a thing. So I think that's what I'll do. I don't want to cost anybody any money, but so let me know what you guys think about that. So Erin, are you the Erin from the yarn group that I was at this week? I just want to make sure before I ask you a question. Because I think you are. Obviously, if not, I won't ask you a question. But I was telling you guys, yeah, it's getting warm in here. I was telling, yay, I learned today. Okay, so everybody, I was telling you guys about the yarn group, and Erin was sitting right across from me. And so we were going to ask the caretaker of the library or the head of the library if we could meet more than, good morning, Maritza, if we could meet more than once a month. So let me know if she said yes, Erin, because I would love to do it every week. Well, why don't, I mean, you and I could just meet every week, right? We could see if others join us. We could do that. You know, the library is a free place. We could just go in as long as we're quiet. We could go in and just meet and see if others join us. But, ooh, see, everybody, I really think Lori should be my manager. I think she said yes. Awesome. Okay, cool. I am a very shy, quiet person, Lori. Oh my goodness. Erin, I'm so excited. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning. Everybody got a cup of coffee starting your day? So Ruth, you gave me a couple really good ideas as well. I'm trying to remember the one. Dang it. I said to myself, remember to thank Ruth personally. Yeah, so Erin, you want to plan on meeting Thursday at 1? I'll be there. Works for me. We're going to have her put us on the calendar though. So that'll work. So Erin, I was telling you about my friend who likes to do the yarn bark for me. That's Lori that's on here. And let me show you. How nice is it to hand somebody a bag of yarn barf? And I specify yarn barf because you don't want to just hand somebody a bag of barf, right? So, ta-da! Are you kidding me? This is like better than Christmas morning. Maybe, Lori, you might have a business here, I'm telling you. So, Lori has learned to do the center pole roll. How cool is that? And I got all excited. I'm like, oh my goodness, you watched my video. And she goes, no, I watched somebody else. Yeah, cool, Erin. All right, it's a date. I'll see you Thursday. But Lori did learn the center pole. And the funny thing is, when I gave her the bag of the barf, I was like, maybe I should ask her to try to do the center pole. And then I'm like, don't push your luck. What are you, crazy? And then she just did it. So She's like, I didn't even know you did one of those videos. Oh, good morning, River Life. Fritzy, River Life is on. His little ears go up. So yeah, Lori is a gift. I'm telling you. She's so smart. Like all the time, I'll just run something by her. Yeah, I'm telling you, everybody should have a Lori. So, oh, thank you. Oh, well, one of these days, maybe for my birthday, I would get a yarn winder. But for now, I have Lori. So. Oh, and I was also thinking, as far as teaching things. So at the yarn group we were at the other day, a lot of the ladies didn't know what the Addy was. And no, you're all mine. But anyway, a lot of the ladies didn't know what the Addy was. So I was thinking next meeting, when I know they're all going to be there, I might bring the Addy machine and just show them. I think that'd be cool. Knit picks winders are cheap and work. All right, knit picks. Okay. Yeah, so I'll put that on my list because I don't need to spend any money right now. Obviously, I have enough to do all of my crafts. Oh, yeah, Erin, no. No, that's a mess. So, yeah, so I've just been kind of in here arranging and rearranging. And so you can see over here, these are all crochet books. And then I took all the other crafting books down and I have them stored in a different place because these books here I'm going to refer to a lot, like if I need a new project or like with the members and stuff like that. But the other ones, like the Christmas crafts and stuff like that, I won't need them. I don't need them at fingers touch, you know, so I put them away, give myself more room for quilling for quilling supplies. It is just, it's really fun. So I think once I get my members, if I get my members, I think that'll be the first one. We'll do a quilling. That'll be cool. Also, do you guys ever shop at Temu? Temu, however you pronounce it. I don't know how you pronounce it. But for like $20, I got hundreds and hundreds of sheets of the quilling paper. So, okay, good. So I haven't been on there a lot, but I got some clips and stuff and some hooks and some scissors and stuff like that. So if you're looking for any kind of crafting stuff, so far what I've found on Temu, is it how you say it? Temu? Temu? I don't know. Temu is how I say it. Of course, I'm from the country and I like it that way. But I tend to pronounce things weird, like skein instead of skein, but I'm learning how to talk. But anyway, so I went to Temu. Yes, it is, Sandra. It is Temu. Okay, good. Okay. So it is a wormhole. You get in there and you're like, oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. And then they spin the wheel and they give you 90% off. And you're like, well, now I can't. But the thing is, you get a giant bag of stuff for like $20. So I figured for my crafting, maybe I'll ask them if I can become an affiliate. And for all of our crafting things, I'll use Temu. Yeah, okay, good. So I'm not the only one. I don't use it enough, but I use it some. So oh, so there is a different way to say it? Oh. Erin, I was too. I was too. And it does take, I mean, don't order something and you think you're going to get it like Amazon. You're not going to get it in a couple days. Like I ordered something, I forgot I ordered it. And then all of a sudden I get a cool package in the mail and there it is. So good morning, Diana. So yeah, it's one of those, it's definitely no, quick overnight Temu. Okay. Temu. Temu. I'll just say that place. Anyway, I was afraid, Aaron, I was afraid to order from there as well. But so far, like I said, it takes a little while. And just when I get to the point where I'm like, where the heck is my stuff? It gets there. All right, Samuel, we're going to say Temu. It's just easier. That's fine with me. So, oh, I know what I was going to say to Ruth. I was going to say, I'm glad you liked your mug and your t-shirt. So I'm glad you liked it. And so I now have 2 subscribers to my Coffee with Kim page. So that's really cool. Your mug is on the way. It's in my car. I was going to send it, and then Fritzy got sad, and I had to, so it's in my car ready to go today. So I have to get to the post office before noon, which is fine. It's literally right next to the library. So it's less than, what, 3 miles from me, maybe? So, oh my goodness. So I was going to play with my little Fritz. Yeah. He's, you want to see him again? Oh, much to your dismay, Mommy loves you so much. Mommy just loves you so much. I'll tell you what, at the vet, they love him. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. He's like, Mom, really? Oh, Debbie. Yes. Well, the funny thing is, she got it, and I think it was her husband put it in the garage, and she didn't know she had it. So I was told, yes, it's delivered, this and that, but then she's like, I don't have it, and I'm like, it says it's delivered. So she checked, and it was in the. He is adorable. Thank you, Fritzy, my baby. So she said she loved it, and there was a bunch of fun stuff in it, and something just made a weird noise on my. Oh, thank you, Diane. Someone favorited my Etsy store. Cool. But anyway, so Fritzy, yeah, yesterday was tough. I was a mess because, I mean, he woke up and it was a perfectly fine day for him. And then all of a sudden, people are poking him and putting him to sleep. And now he's groggy and he's sad. And then I had to yell at one of the cats because the cats was chasing him. It was a whole thing last night. So I did not get much crafting or organizing or cleaning done. But now that that dang mattress is here, now I can get into the camper, make the bed, put the spare mattress on top of the mattress so I can put everything away. The struggle is, it is, I'm telling you, it is real. It ain't easy being me. Oh, I'm kidding. Kidding. I am really enjoying retirement. I don't know how much my bank account is going to love it after this whole Fritzy thing, but whatever. Whatever. Life is short. I don't care. You can't take it with you, and you got to enjoy life. So hopefully camping starts soon. So I did learn my lesson about going to Goodwill during the week. Not sure. It was, there were adults in there acting worse than children. Yay, Margaret. Yes. And I will be home with him. So whenever I don't know, I'm still on the fence about the surgery because I'm terrified, but if he needs it, he needs it. And I will not leave his side while he's recovering. But when I went into Goodwill, there were adults in there acting worse than any child I've ever seen in there. Like, there was this bongo drum, and they almost saw a side of Fortunate that nobody's really seen. Well, except Lori. Thank you. That's what that noise was. So yeah, I looked at the girl who works there and I said, wow, it's quite a different group in here during the weekdays. And she's like, oh, you have no idea. And I'm like, well, if it's any worse than this, don't tell me because I can't. So, um, yeah. So I told her, I will see you on the weekends. I have to admit, I haven't done much in my Etsy store right now because I've been focusing on all of this. So, oh, Sandra, you have no idea. It was like the girl that worked there and I were like, oh. I said, I'm going to go. So I grabbed that scrapbooking thing and out the door I went. I said, no, I'm done with that. So we'll stick to the weekends. But I just want to let you know, thank you for checking out my Etsy store, but I don't have as much in there as I want to have, but I'm getting there. I had to put that on the back burner while I I did run. Yes. That's fine. We can sit in a smaller space. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, so I'll see you there. And maybe once they see us going every week, maybe more will join us. I think that'll be fun. Good morning, Kathy. Yay, you got the box. Thank you for I hope you like it and everything in it was fine. Whenever somebody orders something from me or gets something, wins something from me, I always tuck in new stuff. Oh, thank you. I always tuck in little surprises. Like I always pack it with little yarn balls that Lori rolls for me. And I always slip in something little that I made, something just as a surprise. Hi, Mary King. How are you? Thank you so much for all the help. That is so sweet. Thank you. All of the videos that you're just like, hi, Kim. Hi, Kim. So, Erin, that Goodwill opens at 10. So, if you want to get a shopping cart, you got to get there early. But I don't want you to go and leave us, but that's all right. Perfect. Yeah, that might be easier. It's just so hard to keep the inventory. It's hard for Etsy. So yeah, maybe whatever I don't do at the outdoor sales. Of course, you see, I am so lucky to have Lori. I always pass ideas by her. What do you think if? What do you think I? Da 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 da. And she's just so smart. She always thinks of things I don't. So I love it. So camping season is starting soon. Yay! We will be doing our Saturdays and Sundays live from my camp. That should be very interesting because my siblings are there. I'll warn you ahead of time. They will be there joining us for coffee, I'm sure. At least my sister will. So those will be fun. Once the weather behaves, like today is only supposed to be 40. Come on, man. Oh, Margaret, we will have fun. So if it's raining or whatever, we'll be inside my camper. But if it's a nice day, we'll be out and you'll be able to see all the fields around me and everything and probably hear my brother running around on his tractor. But coffee with Kim at the farm. Yes. So it'll be summer camping, coffee with Kim at the farm. It's a long, maybe I'll make a mug up with a barn on it and coffee with Kim. Maybe I'll do that. Make my siblings drink from it if they're going to be on camera. But I know my sister, one of my sisters, Linda, she'll be at least be there. Oh, yeah. Fritzy loves camping because when we're there, he doesn't have to be on the leash. So we've got 300 acres. Obviously, he's near me all the time because I'm way too possessive of him. Or leftover from cocktails with Kim. You never know. Oh, that's awesome. Now, Margaret, do you have a camper or are you renting places or do you have a tent or how do you camp? Fritzy running, and he does. And my brother's got 3 big dogs that he just loves to zoom around and play with. So he really loves it camping. Plus, he loves swimming in the pond and he loves the four-wheeler. Oh, that's cool, Margaret. That's awesome. So my siblings, we all have our own campers and we park them almost like in, how they circled up the wagons in the old days. So we all park our campers in a circle. We have a huge fire pit in the middle. It's really fun. And if, sometimes if it's bad weather, the barn my brother has, he calls it his man cave. And he has a pool table and an air hockey and all that stuff up there. Wagon train style. You know what's funnier about that, Shannon, is my sister, Cindy, when she was in kindergarten, she told her teacher that my mother came over on a covered wagon. So that's why I crack up every time I say we park them like the covered wagons. So yeah, that's I am from the sticks for sure, and I love it. So oh yeah, yeah. Well, I never knew my mom had a real name. My teacher asked me, I think it was in 2nd or 3rd grade. They're like, "What's your mom's name?" I'm like, "It's Mom." Then I realized, oh, she has a name. Whoa, who knew? Who needed to know? She was Mom. I don't care. Oh, that's funny. A little peek into the world here, people. Oh, I was thinking maybe I could even take you guys on a four-wheeler ride. It would be bumpy and loud, but how fun would that be? I'll figure out how to do that. Maybe I'll record it ahead of time. Perfect. Perfect. Well, Sandra, now by camping, there's no roughing it. I mean, I have air conditioning, I have a heater, I have a full shower, I have an air fryer. I mean, there's no roughing it in there. It's like a little house. Like the only camping part is we kind of swim in the pond that my brother dug. But other than that, it's really not camping. Well, they call it glamping. Yeah, if it gets too hot, I go in the camper, turn on the air conditioner. Fritzy's in there on the bed with me. It is what it is. Yeah, glamping. Yeah. So, it's really not camping. It's a bunch of siblings hanging out because, you know, you're always drawn back to your roots, right? Oh, he does. And I make sure he does. I make sure this little guy is happy and healthy as good as I can get it. And he did lose 3/10 of a pound. See, Margaret, I don't want anything rough. You want to know why? Because I grew up at that farm, and so many times we were roughing it for real life, like our pipes froze, or the electricity went out, or the cows got out, or something. So we were roughing it anyway. So now that I'm an adult, I don't rough it. To me, the roughest time I have is no air conditioning. And if my air conditioning doesn't work, I'll sit in the Jeep with the air conditioner on, or I'll take Fritz for a ride. So I can't, yeah, I can't rough it. I'm now camping up at the farm so much, I even had hooked up there. Yeah, 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 the bugs. Yeah, the wagons are a little more high tech. So yeah, I have internet up there. So my brother got to put up, I gave him for his birthday, I gave him those Ring cameras. So he can now watch the farm all the time. And because when I first was camping there, I had to work from there. Um, I had to work from there. So I had to make sure I had internet connection so my boss knew I was logged in. So that's why I got internet there. And now it's just to the point now I can do this there. How fun is that? I just realized I don't have that one light turned on. There we go. What are my bangs doing over here? Hello, 1972. Let's do. Ah, oh no, I can't camp in a tent. I would never get off the ground. The last time I camped in a tent, You ready? I know the exact time and I'll tell you why. It was July 1988. July 1988. And why do I know that? Because I woke up that next morning so sick. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so sick. Yeah, I was pregnant with my. I did. There we go. I did that on purpose. Yeah. So yeah, that was the last time I slept in a tent. So, well then of course then I had a baby, and who sleeps in a tent with a baby? Very brave people, and I'm not that brave. So, is that what that is? A teardrop? I could tuck it under there. It's kind of hard because it's backwards on what I'm looking at. So, whatever, I'll turn my head this way. I'll just look at you guys this way. Oh, that's funny. I could feather it. Remember when you feathered it? Oh, Karen, I'm so sorry. Probably the snow's doing it. See you tomorrow, Karen. Sorry you got to go. I took my daughter camping when she was about 10 months old. We rented a pop-up. That was a rough weekend. Maybe she was 6 months old. I don't know. But anyway, it was a whole family reunion, and we rented a pop-up camper. There were more mosquitoes than there were leaves on the trees. So I do love camping though. I can't wait. Actually, I'm bugging my brother right now. When can we pull the campers up? Because I bring the camper home for the winter so I can keep it here, play with it, get it out of his way in case there's any maintenance he needs to do to the. Oh, the skeeters are terrible. They're terrible. All right, Kathy, you have a great trip. Be safe, be careful, be happy, all those fun things, but be careful. Diana. Diana, I don't really walk through the woods. I drive my four-wheeler through the woods. But once I get out in the woods, I'll stop the four-wheeler and poke around looking for fun crafting stuff. Like those little, those mushrooms that grow on the trees, I'll snap them off and use them for crafting. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, ride my four-wheeler. So there's times when my siblings and we'll have 8 machines all flying. It's fun. Yeah, it's a good time. I can't wait. I just need this weather to quit it. I won't even look at my backyard because the river came back up and now it's finally going back out. And here I thought, oh, the fenced in area where I had Fritzy would be the mess isn't going to get through there. The smaller mess worked its way through there. So I have literally a line of wood and debris and everything. Yeah, it needs to be a certain, like you need the certain sunlight on it and this and that. So just keep looking, you'll find them. But you find all sorts of fun stuff in the woods to craft with. Acorns. Oh my goodness, we were out. My brother picks up an acorn and he's like, you should drill through this and make a little pipe. Like, why don't you do it? He's so funny. And then, we'll be riding and all of a sudden he'll put his hand up because that's the everybody stop movement. So we all stop and he hops off and grabs a weed and shows it to me and says, this would look good in a picture. Okay. His way of joining in my crafting. So when he does that, I'll make him something from it. Those spiky, pointy, they hurt, but I don't know what they are. There's some weed that's all spiky and pointy, and he loves them. I've got myself trained. It is really fun, Margaret. It is. So we'll come back with our four-wheelers full of weeds and wood and bark and who knows. And then, then they'll all leave it for me. Teasels. That is it. So I took a couple of the teasels, which is fun to say, and I got the seeds from them and I sprinkled them here where I live, hoping that maybe some of them will grow in the woods or in the fields here. Of course, they're probably invasive, and in a couple years, there's going to be a news story of how this weed took over. But at least I'll have enough to craft with. They're really pretty at Christmas time. I spray paint them silver and gold and put them in the centerpieces. They're really pretty. They still hurt, but they're real pretty. What do we do? 40 minutes. That's not so bad. We can still hang out, right? We can still hang out. So I finished these two. You see them? No, I'll have to take them down. So I did this as a shopping bag. I love it. Love it as a market bag. See, the problem is these things that I make, I want to keep, but it was really hard to match because that white is a little off color. But so I did that one. And so with this, you know how you do your first chain? Thank you. I, instead of the base row of the single crochet regular, I did it in the back bump. So it kind of gave it a really neat texture on this. So yeah, great, Margaret. So there's this. And then I did this one. I'm not sure if I'm in love with this one, but it's kind of like one of those satchel bags. And Lori gave me a great idea yesterday. I could sew in a magnet so that it'll snap shut. Thank you. So I'm not sure. I might change the handle on this one because it's just clipped on right now. So this one, yeah, this is the messenger bag, right? Yeah. So I don't know. I think they're kind of cool. I'm gonna bring them all to the craft fair or the flea market and see. But they're really neat. I think it definitely needs a button or something. I need to get more buttons. Is what? Yeah. Thank you. Right. The flap. Yeah. Okay. I did one with a flap and one without because when I'm shopping, I just would open the button and let this hang open to stuff stuff in. Aha, that's why I gave it to you, Ruth. So, like I said, when I send things to people, I like to send little surprises. And I sent Ruth at least 1 or 2 of the squares from this blanket to see. And I did make an eyeglass case. I don't know what. Oh, hold on. Let me grab it. Ruth, I think you suggested this. I made a little eyeglass case out of it. And I put Velcro here. It's cute. 2 sections, right? Let me know if you need more. If you want to make a bigger bag, let me know if you need any more because I've got not a ton, but I've got some left if you need them. Excuse me, I am so sorry. Yeah, so these are the blankets that I rescue. This was actually the skirt that Lucille Bell was wearing the other day. I decided to turn it into this instead of a skirt. I'm sure some cute little girl with some cute little figure could wear this as a skirt. But so that's, yeah, so I go into the blanket section. Erin, if you're still here, go into the Goodwill to the back left. That's where all of the crafting stuff usually is. But don't take it all because I might want to go later. A lot of the stuff that I get at that Goodwill, they don't even realize, like I found a box this big filled with the glue sticks. I don't know if a teacher was cleaning out their closet. I don't know what, but I'm telling you, the good glue sticks, the Elmer's Extra Strength. I'm like, yes, please. Throw that in the cart. Thank you very much. I have a, oh, I didn't show you guys this. All right, you ready? Come on. Come on. This is my new swimming hat. I absolutely love it. That's the back. I love this. This will be my, so that I can be in the pond and I love it. So yeah, that was a find the other day as well. So what I do is I'll go shopping and then I stick stuff in this little basket that I want to share with you guys, and then I forget that it's in here. Oh, there's my lotion. I need that. Hold on, let's see what else I find. Oh, yeah. I found a bunch of these. Now, again, we all know how well I did with that embroidery on the plastic, but check this out. What did they stuff it with? They stuffed it with something. It does match my other hats. So I have sunflowers for gardening and I have sunflowers for swimming. I know I have a bunch of these in here, but yeah, that was really cool. Did I put them all in here? Where is, oh, yeah. Okay. Look at the detail that somebody did with this. Come on, focus. Look at that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning. Thank you all for joining. So yeah, this almost makes me want to try it again, but don't let me, guys. Don't let me try it again. Because although in my defense, yeah, I think it is just a bit of the refill. Yep, fiber fill. So they covered the back of this, but you can still see they did a good job. I'm telling you, the back of mine is not pretty. So I know I have more stuff in here. Hold on, I want to make sure I share it with you. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. My sister Cindy would have loved this. So I'm going to hang this on the Christmas tree in her memory. Yeah, I can't. Maybe that's my problem, Diana. I didn't count. So here is this a napkin holder or is this just supposed to be an ornament for the tree? Right? Oh, this, Lori? You love this? Whoa, you're getting sleepy. I'm sorry, not funny. It's a little funny, but it's not funny. And then we've got a stop sign. And somebody crocheted a little wreath. Yeah, the crosses. Am I getting, okay. I better be. So this, somebody did with like thread, and then they sprayed it or covered it with stuff. So let's see, hold up. What else is in here? What else do I have in here? I already showed you guys this little purse, which is adorable. Obviously, I put stuff in there. Oh, from the library. So yeah, that was it for that. But I always stuff stuff in there that I want to tell you guys. Oh, it's supposed to be, it's a little fan. So can we talk about resin a little bit? I've been playing with resin. Here's a couple things. I've learned how to add the color. I've learned how to do some of the molds, and I have learned how not to do some of the. So I learned that if you don't mix it up good enough, it never gets hardened. So it always stays sticky. So I made these. I don't think I have it in here, but because it's drying on the other counter. So I made these little teeny tiny squares and I dropped it. They came out cute. I'll show them tomorrow morning on our live because they're out in the other room still drying. But the purple ones I didn't mix good enough. So now I've learned that you got to mix it first, mix it for 4 minutes. And then you add the color. So what I did was I poured everything in and then I poured in the color and then I'm mixing and I'm like, well, now I'm mixing it too much because I still wanted to show the swirls of color in there. So that happened. So I'm learning. I'm also learning. You ready for a trick? Jeff, I know you said you use resin. So if you get it on your hands or if it's sticky, you take baking soda, pour it in your hands, and then use like Dawn dishwashing liquid, and it gets the sticky off. And it works. It also works on the counter and everywhere else that it gets. uh, um, so yeah, that happened. So Jeff, I think you said you do trains, like model trains. So in the bottom of good to know, Lori. I hope I never need to do that. But Jeff, I think I accidentally made what looks like a pond. So if you need one, let me know. I'll send it to you. In the bottom of the container that I use, it hardened and it's the shape of a pond. So if you need a pond for your railroad tracks, let me know. Now, what is UV resin, Margaret? That just dries in the sun? And why is that different from the other? I don't know the difference. So I had a little thing of UV resin and I didn't know what to do with it. So I made a mess with it and then I threw it away. It was just a little, like a sample maybe. So I'm guessing, so you take that and you pour it over stuff and it just glazes it. I do love the resin. I'm having fun with it. And I do want to find, I'm thinking anything that is silicone will work as a mold. So I think that'll be cool. I will be using cookie cutters and all sorts of fun stuff, but I want to figure out how to make. Okay, all right. I want to figure out how to make stitch markers with it. I think I have one of my blocks. It's this big, and I put a bead in it that has an actual loop on the top. And yes, I did. So the bead on the top will clip on, and I'm going to make a stitch marker out of it. But yes, I did get it on Amazon, and it comes in part A and part B. So you have part A, and then B is the hardener. So you have to mix them. The kit that I got came with the mixer and all that stuff. Okay, cool. Margaret, if you wouldn't mind, maybe throw up a picture on the Facebook page, and I can see, I can see it. That way, maybe I can, picture what you're doing. But so yeah, I want to learn. I want to get good enough with it. So maybe I'll check eBay. I bet you people have eBay. Thank you, Margaret. I bet you on eBay, they've got some resin stuff. But yeah, so I got it on Amazon and it came with rubber gloves. Hindsight, absolutely use the rubber gloves. Just saying. Absolutely use the rubber gloves all the time, no matter what. It came with the stir stick and it came with 2 measuring cups. I'm looking over there because it's sitting right there. So I actually have a mat that used to be a cookie sheet, and I'm using that underneath whenever I do the resin. But yeah, so you order it's pricey. It's a little pricey. It was like, I think the whole thing was like $52. So I'm trying not to just waste it, but it's fun. And it sets up like in a couple hours and then it hardens overnight. So I'm trying to find some fun stuff to make because I literally have like 100 little teeny squares. I don't know what to do with them, but I'll figure something out. I'll make some sort of picture with it or something. Maybe I'll make my sister a coaster. My poor sister. I give her everything. And she's like, oh, I love it. She don't know what to do with that. All right, you guys, it's been about an hour. So I'm going to let you guys go. And so we'll still have stuff to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow I will have the resin that I made and I'll show you all that. Hopefully I'll have something from the Goodwill, something from the treasure hunt. Maybe I'll see Aaron there. Yeah, and some more of my quilling. He will be an owl by tomorrow morning. We'll see. Yes, don't forget your thummies, everybody, please. Um, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you all so much for stopping by. And remember, you ready? Be happy, be kind, and be creative. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Bye, guys.